Welcome to Comic Thoughts.
Oh, you just pulled the corner. You did like the let's get ready to rumble.
Yeah, I thought I'd just like in my head I had that moment of there's a YouTube video. It's G.I. Joe. It's an old one where they like just edit the episode really poorly. And there's this whole thing where two guys battle off of them making the longest noises possible. It's really dumb.
Oh
But anyway,
yeah.
I'll see if I can find it. Maybe I'll
pork chop
put it up.
sandwiches.
Anyway, This guy next to me is Ashraf. How you doing?
What's up? I'm next to him. Not
Yeah.
physically though.
Mentally next to me. Today was bloody hot.
Mentally challenging Sam. Yeah. Fucking hot. I hope you got
Yeah.
what you wanted, Sam. You love the heat, right? Yeah.
Yeah, today was pretty good at work. I must admit, there was one or two parts where I was like, this is a bit much. Just because it was like, is that weird heat? It wasn't like just hot and fun. It was hot with just nothing happening. Yeah. So, a bit gross, especially because of the overalls. Yeah, bit shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had my second jab now. Hey.
Me too. I got my second jab last week. Yeah.
Hey, we're officially apex predators like Mark Zuckerberg. We've upgraded.
Oh yeah. Well,
We're now
we have to
meta.
wait 2 weeks. Yeah.
We're now meta humans.
Fuck. We're not. I'm not gonna do advertising for fucking Meta. We're not gonna talk about it in this show.
Fair enough.
Not even gonna give it the time of day. Fuck Meta. I don't even know what it is still. But yeah.
It's just a better tracking system.
Yeah.
All right. I think I wrote out a little thing about what I want to talk about today.
Yeah. You did. Sam planned the show because I can't be trusted with shit.
First of all, though, let's dive. I want to just quickly say, Toy Power Podcast is back. Woo.
Yeah, back.
That's awesome.
Shout out to Toy Power.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. It's a great podcast. If you listen to us, you should listen to them as well. That's simple.
Yeah. Everyone running it is awesome. They're all great. Even Scott from behind the scenes. That I talked to him today at uni. He's great.
Yep.
Come on the show, Scott. We'll
get Scott on the show eventually. We'll drag him out.
Yeah.
Then I wanted to also say thank you to Jen from TerraVision podcast, because she just sent me a link that apparently Nine Australia, the channel, the normal regular TV channel that also has a streaming thing, they're fast tracking the Chucky series. The Chucky TV show is getting fast tracked. I've been dying to try and get a copy of it somehow. I wasn't sure how I was going to do it, and now I get to just watch it for free on Nine streaming. Thank goodness, because I love Chucky. I'm obsessed. It's so good.
Love Chucky, hate Nine, but yeah.
Talk about kind of horror vibes. What did you do for Halloween?
I partied. I had 3 Halloween parties. One was last week. I had 2 this week. Yeah. I partied, got hungover, went to work for a full day, partied again, and went to school.
Living the best life. What did you dress up as?
I dressed up as Captain Marvel. I talked about it last week as well. I wanted to do something like actually homemade, but I can't be fucked. I bought all of the tools to do it. I was like, fuck, this is hard. I'm just gonna buy something. Yeah, so I dressed up as the Brie Larson Captain Marvel from the movie in 2019 movie, like her green suit.
Yeah, the Kree battle suit, right?
Yeah, the Star Force Kree uniform. When she calls herself Burrs. How much did it cost?
Yeah, how much did that cost you?
Honestly, I thought it was gonna be more expensive. It only cost me like $80.
Where'd you get that from?
A place in Salisbury Plains called Kevin Costume. It's like a factory outlet, but you're allowed to order stuff like on their tablets and stuff.
Yeah, right. That's cool.
So you can't browse. You can't physically browse anything, but you can use our iPads, order whatever they have in stock, and then they just hand it to you. Or you can either call them for store pickup, or you can go on a website.
That's cool.
It's really, really far away. It's a 20-minute drive for me, but an hour and 20-minute bus ride.
No.
Yeah, and I don't drive because I don't believe in that. I think driving is stupid. And what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, it's cool because like the employees are all dressed up as well in costumes and in makeup and stuff.
Just every day.
Yeah, I guess so.
Just every day, different costume. That's heaps fun.
Yeah.
So 3 parties, same costume, all 3 parties.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't sweat or anything in my costume, and then like it's machine washable. It's all polymer. So I washed it like between parties anyway, and yeah, it was good. good value for money.
That's
Get
awesome.
drunk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you partied.
What'd you do for
were a bit
Halloween?
hungover? I did fucking nothing. I was in bed watching horror movies because I had the second jab. I got the full body aches, still got a bit of a swollen arm, but other than that, I wasn't as bad as the first one. The first one, as you know, I was very unwell for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So I'm very glad that didn't happen this time, because I even said if this happens again, I'm not getting a booster. I'll have to talk to a doctor. Like, I can't be fucked 4 weeks straight. That's not fair. That's too much on my immune system.
The fucking government should make it so like they pay for your recovery.
Well, that's it. They should have paid me. But at least I still went to work for 2 weeks, which I shouldn't have. And then by the third week, I took a week off. And then the fourth week, I just pushed through again. And eventually, like, I finally started feeling human. Then I got my second jab. So I was really like freaking out, because it's like, fuck, if I go downhill again, I'm going to be so salty. But no, I'm drinking beer. Actually, I drank beer even the night I got the jab. I was like, fuck this. I'm in a mood. I'm drinking.
Yeah. I got the jab on the night before all of my Halloween parties, like the night before, like Friday morning, sorry.
Yeah.
And I just felt fucking tired. I just slept for like 12 hours after that. That's the only thing that to deal with.
Yeah, I slept a lot on the Sunday. I just slept for most of the day, I think. But I watched all the episodes of I Know What You Did Last Summer that is out so far. Which was pretty good. And I watched a Frankenstein movie. It was called Victor Frankenstein, and it had
please don't tell me Aaron Eckhart.
No, it was just called Victor Frankenstein. Fuck, it had Daniel Radcliffe and who plays Xavier in the latest X-Men?
James McAvoy.
Those two. Yeah, it was good. It's a good film. I enjoyed it. A lot of people didn't like it apparently, but yeah, I thought it was a good fun film. So that was my horror, I guess. That was my Halloween. Like, I was so fucked. I literally looked at costumes, and there was a couple of parties that I'd been messaged about, and I was like, I'm not going. Like, even Connor normally does something. He couldn't this year. He was too busy.
Oh yeah, I forgot that Connor usually does something.
Yeah. Yep. He usually does his Madness the Gatherings.
Yeah.
Which I've never made it to one of his Madness the Gatherings, and this time I legitimately had nothing on because that's what I was going to go to, and then he cancelled, and I got the jab, so ended up being pretty good. Worked out well for me.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, I forgot he has a huge Halloween party usually, and he goes like as a costume of his own creation, and he stays in character the whole night. I really wanted to see that, but yeah, I guess he's been too swamped with work. Yeah, Connor once again is not joining us tonight. Unfortunately, no, so sad.
Connor's
check out Connor's show if you can. Yeah,
Connor's off flexing, so yeah, check out his Friday. What is he? He doesn't know what to call it yet. So I'm. If you've got any suggestions on what Connor should call his show, fucking comment, like, subscribe, send us a message, whatever you want to do.
And make sure the name is as derogatory and as funny as possible. Like,
yeah, I hope he picks something fully like on the borderline of not being allowed. Like YouTube's like, oh, can we allow that? Spotify's like, yeah, fucking go for it, cunt.
Yeah, they can have Joe Rogan on. Fucking Joe Rogan of all people. Then they can have Connor on.
Yeah, that's it. All right. I reckon from our little chat there about Halloween. Is there any other Halloween stuff you want to talk
about? No, not really. Did you get any trick-or-treaters?
No. I mean, we didn't put anything out for it. I think with that, there should be a rule. If you don't put stuff out, don't go and knock people's doors. If they've got Halloween shit out, then go for it. But I think that's a pretty smart rule, right? You don't just knock on someone's door that has.
No, I say knock
Halloween
on everyone's door. Fuck it. Yeah.
Really?
Because I like the idea of going to someone's house with a costume and knocking on their door and being disappointed when they don't have candy. And I like that.
The furries do that every day. They don't wait for Halloween.
They're not expecting candy though. Well, I did something for Halloween else. So I did something else. I also watched the Doctor Who Halloween special, which I felt like they filmed the Halloween bits separately from everything. Like it was just a normal episode that they turned into a Halloween special.
Oh, they edited it in.
Yeah, it was the weirdest episode of Doctor Who I've watched in a while. Like there was so much going on, and like it felt like I watched a trailer. I watched like a 45-minute trailer.
speaking of trailers, and I know this is a little bit off topic, I just got tickets for Eternals tomorrow night.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm going.
Marvel
tomorrow.
invited you personally.
I'm going tomorrow night. Me and
Yeah.
Bryony.
You're going to a cinema.
Yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations.
In the private
Kevin
screening.
Feige. Are
Naturally.
you serious?
Yeah, I'm not paying.
You're-
I pay bank. I'm not going to some bullshit one. I always pay extra to go to the like Lux screenings and stuff.
You're gonna jack off in the cinema? Is that what you're planning to do?
Hell yeah! I'm gonna be like, I'm like, you can't see
Fuck.
Stan Lee,
I
but
don't
you can
watch
see me
Eternals.
doing this.
I don't watch Eternals. Where are you watching it? Oh no, don't say it. Don't say it. Never mind.
Everyone, will be tomorrow night. So unless they listen to this tomorrow morning, buy your tickets at Tea Tree Plaza.
Ah, yeah. Tea
Naturally,
Tree Plaza.
because I'll go to Lux screening. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you gonna get nachos?
I don't remember them doing nachos. I usually get hot wings and stuff, but I've stopped getting. I didn't get those last time. I got something else because the wings, I was eating them so often, I started hurting my stomach.
Yeah.
The food's been pretty good the last couple of times. It's expensive though. Like tickets were $70 alone, and then that's for two of us, so $70, and then we probably order another $100 and something worth of food and drinks. So it's nearly a $200 night.
Yeah. That sounds worth it.
But that's me at each Marvel movie. Like I can't help it. If it's in cinemas, I'll go. If it's on Disney Plus, I'll just stay here and watch it because I fucking hate the on the phone stuff. If I catch anyone on the phone, especially in those screenings, oh shit, all hell breaks loose. I'll bottle them. I'll just smash the bottle, jump over, like, oi, smash. I hate that.
I'll make sure to go to your screening and use the phone. But yeah.
Mate, I would slap you even harder because I know you. I'd actually physically hurt you. You're like, Daddy,
I'll
please.
enjoy that shit. Yeah, I'd pay extra. I'd pay $200 just for that experience.
Just to be beat up by the most awkward bloke in the cinema.
Yeah. Everyone can just watch. That's their Eternals. Yes,
As a random.
I forgot it was coming out tomorrow.
Yeah, oh, really? Yeah, a lot of people are.
Yeah, we talked about it last week as well.
Yeah. That's fucking funny. But I wasn't gonna jump on it, and I was like, you know what? I need tickets. So yeah.
I don't jump on anything except a trampoline. Anyway,
this dick. What? Okay.
Jump on these balls, asshole.
These balls.
Yeah.
Horror film faves. That's what I had as my next little.
Go first.
Chat.
I need to come up with stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, I mentioned Chucky before. I love Chucky.
Yeah, you love Chucky. You love Child's Play.
Good fun. Yeah, all of them. Just all of it.
Oh yeah. My favorite horror film of all time is Cabin in the Woods.
Oh, that's brilliant. But actually,
yeah, that's amazing.
I also want to do a big shout out. Scream #1. That first Scream film.
Oh yeah.
It's so good, and I feel like an odd way it still kind of holds up. Like I know that no one uses the home phone anymore, but the fact that you could I know they're doing another one now. I'm always worried, but it has. Oh, it's got one of my celebrity crushes, and I've actually forgotten the name.
Matthew Lillard.
No, the girl at the start.
Alyssa Milano.
I can't even say her name.
Anyway, Eliza Doolittle.
There's a person getting killed, and I'm assuming it'll be cool. It'll be good. The new Scream film.
I think I know the woman you're talking about. Yeah. She's interesting.
Yes.
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 I love Cabin in the Woods. That's the best horror movie of all time. It's like
it's good
to me. Yeah. To me, it's such a because at the time it came out 10 years ago, I felt like horror movies were in such a slump because Paranormal Activity was all the rage.
I love
and
them.
Every horror movie that was coming out was sort of trying to recapture that success, and it sucked ass.
Yeah.
I hate Paranormal Activity. I'm more scared of what comes out of me after a night of drinking dairy than I am in Paranormal Activity. Honestly,
you know what's funny? Paranormal Activity. Yeah? If you actually sit down and watch #1, I might not have seen some of the newer ones, but I think it was the first 3 or 4. There's a really clever story in there. I actually think the story is really smart. Yeah, and it's one of those things
I watched all 4. Yeah.
Yeah, and you didn't like the story at all.
I thought it was hot fucking garbage. I don't remember a single thing. Yeah.
I love it. I love the coven and the witches being involved.
I'm like, wow, this is not interesting at all.
All right, have you seen Wreck?
No.
So
I've seen Blair Witch.
They didn't. I love Blair Witch. They did an American one called Quarantine.
Yeah.
that is terrible. But they ripped off a movie called Wreck, and Wreck is like you're fine for. Well, it's not terrifying, but it's viciously violent, and it's kind of how I felt like Resident Evil should have been. It's like an apartment blocks, and a virus is in there, and like the SWAT team goes in to check it out. They have to check out why everyone's doing these violent acts because it's all locked down, and it's literally like the most grotesque zombie creatures attacking people, and like a family trying to get, or one or two people trying to get out, and it's their journey through to like the top of the building.
Yeah.
And at the end is the most. I remember I was very unlucky. Me and my mate Cam were drinking. We were flicking through channels, and the very end of that film came on. We just saw the words "wreck," and we're like, "Oh, okay, REC. What the hell could this be?" And then this thing comes like slinking out. It's all demented looking. It's making the weirdest noises, and it terrified both of us. Me and him were just like, "What is happening? Why is this on?" Like so scared, but we couldn't turn it off. So then we spent months trying to get it because it's French, I believe. It's so good. But just the first one.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah. I'll try and find a copy, and we will watch it because I'd love to see that again.
Yeah, I'll watch it, and I'll make sure to use my phone so that you can slap me.
Oh God, I'll kill you.
Yeah, that's my own horror movie. Yeah, so like I was talking about Cabin in the Woods before I was really interrupted. So it's the best horror movie to me because it came out during a time when every horror movie to me sucked. And I was like, okay, this is a throwback to when horror movies are good. It's like a love letter to why horror movies are good. It's a love letter to all the tropes. And it's like the postmodern horror movie, you know? It's like taking all of the tropes and story beats that you recognize, flipping it on its head and talking about why they exist and why they have to, you know, where they have to do the tropes like the final girl. Why do they have to like have like all of these
virgin.
Like, sacrifice a virgin, all these character archetypes, the jock, the really hot bimbo, all of that. Why do these character archetypes exist? It's to push, you know, like a narrative, a specific narrative to feed like some sort of demonic creature. I thought it was really clever. I thought the writing really sang to me, and then there's like a really hot scene in it. Yeah,
the two guys operating everything.
Yeah,
those two, I love them. Just them sitting there going, oh shit, like wasn't expecting that bit. Like,
yeah, one of the guys is from fucking Get Out, right? He's like the dad who says like, I could have voted for Obama the third time if I could. Yeah, that's another good one. Get Out.
Get Out. Us.
Us is really good. I think people who critique Us and who say the story doesn't make any sense are low IQ people because like it's not about how the story doesn't make any sense. It's a fucking metaphor about the working class and how you're replaceable in the 21st century. But anyway,
it's a good film.
Another great, it's a good film. Yeah, and a lot of people don't know that Hands Across America was real.
Yeah, there's lots of people that just be watching that going, oh yeah, like.
Yeah, what is that? And then the woman in fucking Us, her name's Adelaide, so you know there's even more subtext.
Represent this place.
Represent
this place.
I like Army of Darkness as well. Fucking love Army of Darkness.
Oh, see, I'm still the first one over the second.
You really?
Yeah.
Because the first one is more horror. The second one is like an action thing.
The tree bit.
Action.
I always
with the rape scene with the tree. What the fuck?
No, to me, I was like, I just remember everyone being like watching it with friends, and they're like, "Why have you put this on?" I bought it because I was for a long time. I was the one for some reason that could get those movies and stuff because I knew the people in the CD shops, and the CD shop guys could order DVDs.
What's a CD?
Go on. What's a CD? Well, they're a disc that goes in and plays music. And
you know what else goes in? But anyway,
it doesn't play music though. There's horrible noises. Then I remember just like, especially like a couple of my mates, they weren't 18 for like I was 18 first out of some of them, and it was funny. All the ones that liked horror and metal and all the stuff I liked, they weren't 18 till like December, and I'm in June. So as soon as I turned 18, they'd be like, dude, can you go and order this CD? Or can you go and order this? So I had the biggest like account at the Sanity in Launceston of just ordering like the most horrific sounding movies and CDs because none of my mates could get them. for ages. It was so funny. Like the lady would be like, "What do you want today, Sam?" And I'm like, "Can I please get prostitute disfigurement? Thank you." They're like, "What is wrong with this kid?" But
yeah, I forgot what it was like growing up in the 1960s. It's cool of you to like remember stuff like that. Yeah,
because that's when prostitute disfigurement happened.
Yeah. Were you scared of nuclear bombs? But yeah.
Still am.
Yeah. Sam fought in Vietnam. What other horror movies?
Okay,
The Cube. Sam really likes The Cube.
The Cube, that's
and
the one.
Hellraiser.
I don't like Hellraiser. Yeah. Hellraiser annoys me.
No, you don't.
Nah.
Yeah,
Cube
I don't like
good.
it either, honestly.
Cube's good.
I think Saw's stupid.
Yeah, I think Saw's stupid as well. I don't like Saw.
Yeah.
I
just Lasso.
I actually liked the latest editions, the remake ones of Freddy and Friday the 13th.
Do you like Freddy versus Jason?
No, I didn't even like it as a kid. I didn't even want to watch it as a kid. And I remember one of my friends being really sad because I was just like, didn't want to watch it. I had a choice. Are you ready for this? I remember this. They were rented out by my friend's mum because we were way too young. Freddy vs. Jason, Jackass, and there was one other film. And I legitimately did not want to start off with any of them. I was like, I don't know what it was. I was like, I'm not interested in any of this. And then he's like, well, you got to pick one. Like, usually like peer pressure. I was like, you know what? I'll watch Jackass. I don't really want to watch Freddy vs. Jason. So I watched that. And then I remember the next day, like, I love Jackass. Still, it's funny as hell. But I remember the next day, him getting really angry at me because I still didn't want to watch Freddy vs. Jason. So he went and watched it in the other room while I played PlayStation in a different room. While at his house, because he wanted to watch it that badly. And I was like, I don't like these.
Yeah.
Like, I just didn't like Freddy and Jason at that time. I was too young. And even I knew it. I was like, nah. I'm like, God, I'm trying to think how old I was. It was probably like 10 or 11. It's like, I'm not interested.
And so how do you feel about Freddy versus Jason now?
I've watched it and it's shit. Like, I watched it.
Yeah. 10-year-old you was right.
Yeah. And I must admit, like, I watched all of them. I got every single one and I watched them all. And I thought I enjoyed one and two, maybe, or I can't remember. I enjoyed a couple of them. And then they just got stupid. Like Freddy in Manhattan or whatever it is. Jason in Manhattan, sorry. Like, that's so dumb. And Jason X, worst.
Oh my God. I bought Jason X as well.
It's so bad.
There's a hologram in that. A hologram of like two camp girls having sex or something.
That must be the worst, one of the worst films ever made. But then so is that like Wes Craven's New Nightmare, where it's like, is it New Nightmare? Wes Craven's.
I don't know.
It's basically saying that like, it's like, oh my God, the Nightmare on Elm Street are films. It's that thing, they're like, oh, it's film. And then all of a sudden the film's coming to life kind of thing. It's so bad. That's crap. It's kind of like the only person that's ever got that concept right, and I hate that I'm saying this, is Human Centipede 2.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Because they were like, that. I thought that was, I know that's horrific, that film. It's the worst film I've ever seen. But I think it was very clever that they made the guy, but he was obsessed with the first movie. So that's why, he was already not okay, but he was obsessed with the first film. So he wanted to do it himself. And I thought that was not clever, but at least it wasn't like a whole franchise later.
Yeah,
of just terrible films.
I made an Instagram post about fucking Human Centipede yesterday. Did you see it?
I might have missed it. Why?
It was a story. Instagram story. It was like a compilation of all of those edgy movies like Human Centipede, Salo, 20 Days of Sodom,
Russian,
a Serbian film.
A Serbian film, sorry. A Russian film?
Yeah. And then and then the caption was like, if you watch any of these films, shut the fuck up. And the worst part about that fucking story was that everyone who saw that talked to me about those films. I'm like, did you read what the fucking story said? I don't care that you watch these films. Everyone who watches these fucking films. I've watched Human Centipede, but I don't give a shit about what you have to say. Yeah. I don't give a shit about what Yeah.
So I liked the first one.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna talk about it. I just said shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you ruined it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
I
on.
had to. I liked the
Yeah.
first one. I actually thought the first one was
Yeah.
quite good. I
Yeah.
remember watching it with a friend. We watched that, and we watched the movie Splice.
Martyrs. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I watched
Splice.
Splice.
Splice is
Yeah,
good.
we had a conversation about Splice, like
Yeah.
one of our first conversations.
Yeah. Splice is brilliant. But yeah, we watched those films in a row, and we were both like, I just remember me and my mate Cam just would watch them. We were like, why did we pick these? These are both like
they're both fucked.
There's so much weird body stuff going on in this that
I feel like if my friend invited me to their house and put on Human Centipede, then put on Splice right after, I would think that they want to fuck me.
Well,
like they're trying to come on to me.
That's a bit weird. Me and him went to the like Video Easy and got them.
Yeah.
Like imagine that. Me and my mate.
Did the cashier give you a condom as well? Like,
yeah, we've got like a carton of beer, and we're just like, yeah, mate, can we just get that film and that film? That guy must behind the thing must have been like, wow, they're up for a awkward night of beers and
great
feeling
night,
uncomfortable. Like,
yeah, they should give you like some hotlines to call or something. It's fucked.
My mate actually, I do remember because he's funny as hell. He was like, my mate Cam's just like looks at me and goes, so I'm staying here tonight, you know that? I was like, why? He's like, I can't go home. I can't be alone after that. That's too much. That's way too much. What have we just watched? We've watched people get stitched together and then a beast creature change sex and have sex with everyone. No, I'm staying here. He was so adamant. It was so funny. Well, I'm just sitting there and I'm like, good, I'm glad you're not leaving. I'm so disturbed. So I think we put on.
Yeah, and then did you guys sleep in the same bed? Did you ask him to dress up as the?
I was gonna say, I think because I only had one bed, but I think we did sleep in the same bed, but we slept with like a laptop.
Oh my god!
Like a laptop like this, and we watched like it would have been like Family Guy or something. We're both just sitting there like, yeah, this is what we need to get back to human.
And then a Human Centipede joke came out in Family Guy, and a Splice joke came out.
But yeah, I think
I want to talk about Splice. You brought up Splice. We have to talk about Splice.
Splice is good.
Wait, before that, you interrupt me. I just want to say, these fucking people who watch these fucking edgy movies won't shut the fuck up about them. I don't give a shit that you watch these fucking stupid edgy movies. It doesn't make your personality any more likable. It's like, so what that you watch edgy movies? I don't care. I don't give a shit. Fuck you. If you watch these movies, shut the fuck up. Yeah, go on.
No, so I really like all of those films that you made. No. Only Human.
No. I mean, it's fine to like them, but God, these people who like them just won't shut up about them.
One's good. Two, I like vomited during. Admittedly, it was that horrific, and I won't watch the rest of them. The rest of them, no. I started watching Serbian. I had to turn it off. No way.
Yeah, there's. No.
Not for me. No way. That's too much.
No,
there's some things you can't unsee.
It's not, you're not making art at that point. Like, it's not, there's nothing artistic about those films.
Well, but then, okay, here's a good one. Have you seen Cannibal Holocaust?
No, but I know what it's about. I've seen Green Inferno,
like that film. Yeah, I like that film, but it is rough. Like, you have to know what you're going in for.
Yeah. See, once again, you're proving my point. Anyone who watches these films.
I ordered that when it first got re-released as being allowed to be released. Like, it just came off its ban, and I ordered it straight away because my mate, he had a copy that got destroyed. So we went and ordered another one, but I was the only one that could do it once again.
Yeah.
Because we were dying to watch it, because we wanted to use it as influence for, like, we were starting to write music for stuff. We were writing music for an album. And there was some stuff going on in our personal lives that we wrote about. But then we were like, we wanted something else. And we were like, let's just watch like 6 horror movies in a go and just see what we come up with. And I remember that being in the pile of stuff that we watched. I think it was like Scream, Cannibal Holocaust. I think the original I Know What You Did Last Summer might have been in there. There was... something really bad. Something like on a boat where there's some robot human killing people, and it had it's bad because it had what's his name from How I Met Your Mother in it.
Oh, Ted Mosby.
What? Oh no, sorry, not How I Met Your Mother. Yeah,
say
that
something.
fucking guy that like,
You know, that
he's,
guy.
he's got a sexually transmitted
Russell
disease,
Brand.
heaps of drugs. Charlie Sheen
Charlie Sheen. Okay, yeah.
had Charlie Sheen in it.
He was in it.
Had to get there. So it's terrible.
He was in Scary
And
Movie as well.
yeah, also terrible. And there's one more we watched that was pretty gory. Nah, it's gone. But anyway, yeah. Oh, it might have been another cannibal or a zombie film.
Yeah. Yeah, Cannibal Holocaust was in that compilation of edgy movies that people can't shut up about as well.
So what do you call?
I watched Green Inferno. Huh?
I know lots of people that call Cabin in the Woods edgy though.
I don't.
I don't. So okay, there we go. So it's actually
Yeah.
the definition. There we go. There it is.
Yeah.
What
I mean,
about
like that's? I mean, you know what I'm talking about when I say edgy. Like when I bring up films like Human Centipede and fucking Serbian film, that veers into not being artistic anymore. That's just like torture porn.
yeah, it's snuff. It's a snuff.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's snuff. Cabin in the Woods has some merit to it.
Yeah, yeah. No, I wouldn't compare it to those. They're very different film sets. Should we move on to my last little bit, which is kind of another giant step? What did I say?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so we've just talked rubbish about horror films. Absolute garbage. If you want real stuff about horror films, check out Terror Vision podcast.
Yeah, that's some in-depth stuff about that. Yeah,
they're way better than we are when it comes to horror stuff. They know everything.
Just when it comes to horror stuff.
Just horror.
Just horror.
And I guess I want to talk about music, oddly enough. I know that yeah, I know. There's been heaps of new music coming out. And I've noticed a couple of different things, and I want to see if you've noticed it. So, Limp Bizkit dropped a new album the other day. I absolutely love it. It's fantastic. So, anyone that doesn't like it, you're wrong. And two, just listen to it. But I've noticed the quality of a lot of stuff coming out is terrible. Right? Really bad quality. Like the sound, there's like bad stuff. And you know why the quality's so bad?
Why?
Because everyone's doing their studio stuff at home. No one's going to the expensive studios. They're all recording at home or in smaller studios because they can't have as much interaction with others. And we noticed it with like a lot of the heavier bands, especially that have rejoined or used this time of COVID and whatever to be able to re-release stuff or release new stuff. The quality. Well, I think personally, and I know my mate that I talked to yesterday, he pointed out, he's like, listen to these 3 songs from these 3 different bands. He's like, listen to the quality. It's not as good as their old stuff, but the songs are better. So it's this weird, like, the artists are growing and performing some really cool stuff right now, but the recording quality isn't matching what they had before. I think the only band that's released new stuff that's quality still better than their older stuff, I'd say, is Whitechapel. If you haven't heard Whitechapel's new album, Kin, 100% go and listen to that. That is an amazing album. But yeah, that's pretty much.
Never heard of those bands.
No, Whitechapel.
I've heard of Limp Bizkit. I've never heard of Whitechapel. Yeah,
brilliant band, absolutely brilliant. What have you been listening to, Ashraf? Any good music?
Fuck, nothing new. Just fucking Olivia Rodrigo, fucking teeny bopper music. Yeah, your favorite. 18-year-olds singing about how they got dumped at prom. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm a teenage girl. I constantly feel like I'm the girl who got stood up at prom, and I want to listen to songs that evoke that same emotion of being dumped at prom.
You just want to experience getting dumped.
No, well, I've experienced getting dumped, but I like that feeling when it's put in
you like the feeling of getting dumped. You just straight up like shame kinking yourself. Like
I don't like the feeling. I don't like the feeling of getting dumped. I like it when it's put into words in a song. You know, like it speaks to my feelings, Sam. You won't understand because you're so old. You haven't been a teenager in so long. Me, I'm still young. I want to feel what other girls feel.
You're not a teenager anymore, mate. I'm sorry.
Those days are long gone.
Do you call it young adult? What the hell? What age group is what you are? What do you call it?
I'm scared. I'm scared to see what you call it. I still consider myself a young fuckwit. I'm a zoomer. I still floss. I still dab. I still
Yuck.
watch TikTok. Yuck.
I mean, I do everything you just said.
Yeah, I've been listening to that. I still listen to Hamilton.
That you haven't watched. That makes me so upset because I haven't seen it and I don't want to listen to it. So that makes more sense than listening to it and never seeing it.
Yeah, like but like speaking about music, you were talking about earlier how you and your mate watch horror movies to inspire like some
creative
songwriting.
juices.
Yeah. And like that reminded me of like 9 Inch Nails and how they would do fucked up shit like that. Except like they would go to like an actual serial killer's house and like spend the night there or something.
I did a song about Ed
Like-
Gein because I knew that Ed Gein was a big influence on a lot of the horror films. Like, I mean, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, even Jason to a certain extent, Mike Myers and someone else all had references in a way throughout their stuff to do with Ed Gein. Because he was, and the funny thing is he wasn't a serial killer necessarily. He was more known as a grave robber.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he'd dig up the bodies.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Dig
And
up the
do what with
bodies, make lampshades out of them and stuff, and like and wear like skin suits and things. Well cooked. But I wrote a song about it because I thought it was funny how my favorite line in the song I wrote is Ed Gein, I'm your disciple, you're my idol. And in my head when I was writing that, I was like, there's so many like versions of who, like, you know, that everyone's idolizing this guy that literally dug people up.
Yeah.
And made skin suits and shit. Like, I was like, wow, what the fuck? Like, that's kind of, it's not cool, but at the same time, I was like, that's really crazy that there's literally like so many horror films that are so influenced by this one guy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, there's a huge connection between horror films and music and weird shit like that. I mean, John Carpenter is like a musician, a composer, as well as like a really good director and writer.
Check out Ice9 Kills if you like horror. They've got 2 albums that are related to horror movies exactly. Like they're literally, there's one that they've just released called, I think it's something Horrorwood is the next one, and it's got songs like Assault and Batteries, and that's obviously all about Chucky. There's so many cool songs. It's really clever. I like to listen to the songs. Like what I do is if I haven't heard the album, like the newest one came out, I put it on and I sit in the car and annoy Bryony with it by trying to guess what movie they're talking about before I check the title or whatever. So yeah, it's really good. The Ice9 Kills, they've released 2 albums, just straight up based on horror. It's heaps of fun.
How about the Ghostbusters theme?
Yeah. Oh god, there's copyright. Bam, we're off. Not allowed to. This episode's gonna get flagged. Yeah, no, I love all that. Ghostbusters, I would never call a horror. Never in a million.
Yeah, it's comedy. It's definitely comedy.
It's like Shaun of the Dead. Not really.
No, horror. No horror. Yeah,
horror comedies are good.
Do you think it's stupid that like in zombie movies where they don't call them zombies? Do you think that's dumb?
I guess it depends, like in the way that, you know how every world has a different, you know what I mean, multiverse theory. I guess there's people call different things. I do get annoyed every now and then. I'm like, just call it for what it is. We know it's a zombie.
Yeah, it's fucking zombie. George Romero, come on.
Yeah,
he invented it. Call it zombie.
I do. I mean, I like a lot of zombie films. I used to watch heaps. Me and my mate Milner used to watch lots of zombie films. Don't know why. We just thought they were so silly, so fun. I remember one where they're in a bus that's armored up and they got chainsaws out the side of the bus, cutting up all these zombies. Fuck. And they flip the bus and the chainsaw falls on him. And I always I remember as soon as they were setting it up, I remember looking at him and being like, hey mate, that chainsaw's not going to stay in there. Like there's no way that's not going to buckle up, hit a bit of metal or something and come out. Like there's no way. And literally within like 10 minutes, the guy's getting his own head chopped off because of it. I was like, there you go. God. You could call
That's
it.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Have you ever seen any of Peter Jackson's stuff? Jackson?
Yeah. Before Lord of the Rings, he did like a puppet horror movie thing.
Yeah.
What was the puppet movie thing?
The Brain. Oh no, you're thinking of the Meet the Feebles?
Yeah. That's
cooked. That's more like if Sesame Street was on crack. I I was thinking more along the lines of brain. Oh my god, I hate myself for not knowing this. Brain dead. Is that the right thing?
Yeah, I think it's something it did in the
Yeah,
title.
brain dead. Brain dead. I'm right.
Yeah.
I'm right. Yeah, brain dead is so good. It is brilliant. Let's make sure.
Why did you pick him for fucking Lord of the Rings?
Because look at it. We should watch Brain Dead together. It's one of the funniest films I've ever seen. Literally, a rat infects them with like a zombie virus and infects a baby, and the baby's like running around and shit. It's so funny.
Oh my god!
One of the best scenes I've ever watched was I remember sitting at home watching it by myself. I watched it by myself, and I think my mum walked in to a guy getting pushed down on like an upside down lawnmower.
Oh my god!
My mum's like, "What are you watching?" And I'm like, "This is the funniest film I've ever seen." Mum's like, "That doesn't look very funny." Like she looks so worried. I'm like, "It's okay. Don't worry. I know it's this is messed up, but trust me, it's funny."
Then Warner Brothers looked at that and like, this is who we want to direct Lord of
This
the
is
Rings.
the guy. Smart choice,
Yeah,
though.
this is the guy.
Smart
Fucking
choice.
great choice.
Yeah.
Horror movie directors are really good with budgets.
Well, look at
and being creative.
Aquaman. I mean, not the greatest film, but that what's his name?
James Wan.
James Wan, very much more known for horror.
Yeah, same with the Shazam director. He did Lights Out, and then same with Doctor Strange. He did the director of Doctor Strange did Insidious.
Yeah, Insidious was a good film. Except I will actually say that a lot of people told me Insidious was terrifying, and I was not scared.
Not terrified. Yeah.
Not even. So even when I watched it with people, they were all like freaking out. I'm just sitting there going, "Oh, yeah, righto, cool, dream state thingy, cool, whatever." Like it just didn't hit me like it affected other people. It was weird. I don't think there's only been a couple of horror films that I think have actually scared me, and I think the funny thing is I don't remember their names.
The Witch.
Because like it scared me,
It
but
follows.
I didn't love it. You know what I mean? Like I didn't go,
Ready or
that was an
Not,
amazing
but
film. See, they didn't scare me. Ready or Not was good fun. I like that.
Ready or Not was fucking brilliant. One of the best horror movies I've watched in a while. But yeah.
Yeah, right. I'm trying to think if I've watched any good. I can't think of any new ones off the top of my head. Everyone should watch Bunny the Killer Thing. That's a fun one. Giant rabbit. It's a Finnish film. I know some people who are in it. A rabbit with a giant penis murdering and killing people. That's all you need to know.
Nice.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I also like
Suicide
people
Rabbit.
to watch Battle Royale. I count that as a horror.
Oh, you watched that recently, yeah.
Yeah, I still like that film. A lot of people
I like it as well.
watched it and they haven't enjoyed it apparently, but I think they're wrong.
I think people have rewatched it because of Squid Game, but yeah.
Yeah, well, that's why I rewatched it, admittedly. And there was one more. Troll Hunter.
That's a horror movie.
Yeah, that's a film, not the Netflix animated thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I think about the Netflix animated thing.
It's a I think it might be Norway or something. Norwegian film. Yeah, they it's literally about, it's like sort of shot in that it's taking the piss out of people that do those handy cam films.
Fun footage. Yeah.
But the fun thing about this is like they'll be like, "Oh, what are you doing? What are you looking for?" And the guy will be like, "Oh, I'm hunting out a troll," and they're all making fun of it. And then all of a sudden he'll scream troll, and there's like this actual troll swinging a thing in, like smashes someone into a car and kills them. And it's just heaps of fun. It's good. You sit there just kind of sometimes cheering for the trolls. And it's just really well done. It's one of those weird films that you're like, why is this so good? Yeah. If anyone wants to borrow a copy of Troll Hunter, I do have a copy on DVD. Yeah.
If you're from the US or from another country, don't bother asking for Sam.
Just in Adelaide.
Yeah.
Adelaide peeps, just ask me if you want to borrow a copy. I know.
And go even smaller than that because you don't live everywhere in Adelaide.
Well, they can come and get it. I'm not going out of my way for you. They can make me a or something.
If you live in Mount Barker, go fuck yourself.
That's probably not that far from here, really.
Don't dox yourself. This is public record. Sam lives in an undisclosed location in a vault beneath the city.
I live at ... point 1 to 9. So I guess with everything we've talked about, it's been a pretty fast and loose episode once again. It's nearly time.
Just like me, fast and loose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way I like my Ashraf. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Like, no, I know what you want to talk about, but not that. Is there anything legitimately you want to talk about?
Let's talk about what we've been reading. We haven't talked about that in a while. Have you been reading anything?
I have actually read everything except for one trade paperback that I bought the other day.
Yeah. Well, what have you been reading? I want to show a comic.
All of Spawn, all the Spawn stuff that's out, and I'm loving.
Oh yeah,
all of it.
Gunslinger and all that shit. Yeah.
Brilliant, all good, having fun with it all. Spider-Man, the newer stuff with the new writers, way better. Thank goodness.
What's his name again?
Oh,
yeah. Well,
yeah.
Let's not try and do that.
Go check out Gamma Rays. The Gamma Ray cast.
Yeah,
Gamma
I
cast?
talked about it in the Gamma cast. I talked about the new Spider-Man writer on the Gamma cast, and I remember his name when I do it.
I think Ian told me that there's not heaps of Marvel for me coming out this next week.
There's not heaps of Marvel coming out, dude.
Yeah, there's a big gap for some reason.
Yeah, apparently it's some printing issue, COVID related, and also like US Postal Service related.
That's why Gunslinger was delayed as well.
There's
a big short paper shortage in America,
paper,
which is a bit like, well, maybe. How does that make any sense? You've deforested so much. Just chill out, guys. There's no way you've run out of paper. But anyway,
they're prioritizing boxes.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Cooked.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it is really cooked.
I've got the Green Lantern Earth 1 Part 2 to read,
which you didn't like.
I can't remember it very well, but I remember not liking the first one.
I thought it was good.
So I'll read
by a computer scientist, just like me.
Yeah, I'll read this next one and I'll let you know how I feel. What about you? What are you reading? Go on.
I want to talk about DC versus Vampires.
Oh, you actually did get it?
Yeah, I got it. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll get this. It looks cool.
Good?
It's pretty cool. I like that it's a decent start to 12-issue series. It's a shame that James Tynion isn't staying on it because he's moving to indie stuff from now on.
I would have picked it up if he stayed on it because I like him a lot. I just punched my microphone. I like him a lot.
You love his work. You love Batman Eternal and everything. Not a huge fan of his Batman run. Admittedly, he made me drop Batman. Not even Tom King made me drop Batman. He did.
I dropped it from Tom King. He sucks.
But yeah, I like Tom King now. Also, Liam Sharp followed me on Twitter. Shout out to Liam Sharp.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, he interacted with me. I want to get him on the podcast.
Yes, join us. What's he been doing?
He's been filling in for Batman Catwoman right now, and he's also doing a Garth Ennis Batman book called Batman Reptilian, which is has really insane art on it. Garth
Ennis is doing
Batman. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I didn't even know that. I do like a bit of Ennis.
Yeah, it looks gnarly. Yeah. Garth Ennis is also doing a Peacemaker book, and that's like such a great match.
That is perfect. I might have to get that. That's cool.
Yeah, that's fucking perfect. I don't know, like it's one of those things that you think exists already, but yeah, it's a match made in heaven because he loves army stuff, and Peacemaker is such a an edgy
Punisher-esque, Punisher-esque vibes as well, so it works.
Yeah, and like it's just right up his alley. It's like a match made in heaven. But yeah, so DC versus Vampires, I thought it would be like Deceased. It's not like that at all. It's like I don't know how to say it without spoiling the book, but like think about an invasion but behind enemy lines. Like you don't know who is on your side and who isn't.
Okay. So some people are converted, some people aren't. They just don't know who.
Yeah, they don't know who, and they don't know who you can trust and everything. And vampires have weaknesses, and they're superheroes who use their powers to hide the vampire's weaknesses in really creative ways. So yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Okay, I might read it in trade. I was thinking about picking up, but now I know he's not staying on it. I'm not going to bother. I'll get it in trade.
Yeah,
I get most of my DC stuff in trade when I decide to buy something.
Well, the writer, I mean, it says James Tynion's on it, but like from what I understand, he didn't write this issue. He just made the story for the whole thing because he wanted to leave. But yeah,
here's a random question. Do you know is the Joker finished or is that 12?
No, it's 12. I think it's still going on.
I stopped reading it. I literally stopped reading it. I just still purchase it to finish off the 12 and chuck on the side because I got bored.
Yeah, that's interesting. Apparently he's been allowed to push a lot of boundaries of that book.
No boundaries have been pushed. It's boring as hell. Nah, that's a no from me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I've yet to read this Nubia. I want to see how good this is. It's apparently like there's some really cool stuff in here.
Oh, I got something.
I talked about it in Gamacast. Yeah.
I'll show you one more thing that I've read, and I know this is a bit difficult. There we go.
How to build a motorcycle.
How to build a motorcycle. I read this. That's pretty good. I know a lot of guys that use this just as a coffee table book, but it's pretty. I mean, it's basic as hell, but it runs through everything you need to build a motorcycle. I reckon you could literally get a motorbike, Ashraf, and you could do what you wanted just by like sitting here reading most of this. Yeah, most of it. There are some things in here where they go, you either need to learn how that skill or learn this or find someone who can do it. So, yeah.
Really quickly, how did you learn how to build a motorcycle anyway?
I still don't know properly. I just started doing stuff.
Like one day you decided, I want to build a motorcycle, and you were 16 or something.
No, it was only recent. It's only been
recent
I've been doing this stuff. Yeah. I've never wanted to touch anything in my life, and now I'm starting to get more hands-on with some of that stuff.
Yeah, right. Maybe that bug will hit me soon.
Well, I don't know what it was. I think because I will say this. At Gammas, I was on the computer a lot. And with the new job, I finally sort of like got away from computers and technology. I was sick of having to do so much stuff with technology all the time. And then now they've bought in iPads and things. So I have to use iPads and shit all day. When I'm not carrying a big heavy backpack spray and stuff, I've got an iPad in my hands. And then I come home, and if there's nothing on watch, like I'm always around technology. And so when you're doing that stuff, you can't use technology unless you're watching maybe a YouTube video to help to learn something. It's all hands-on tools and drills and stuff, and it's refreshing. Like it calms your mind a bit. Every now and then I'll get stuck and have to get my friends to help me. But I've actually going to make some changes to my bike myself, my personal road bike. I'm just going to ask my friends before I do it what parts I need to order. I'd like to order everything, have it here before I start tinkering. So I'm just
gonna do it quick. It's gonna be Christmas.
Doesn't matter. I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a rush. And plus I might even go to local stores and support them rather than ordering online. But yeah. It's just nice to trying to have a hobby that isn't a screen.
Yeah. I don't know.
Reading comics and riding bikes. Me.
Yeah. I want more screen time and things.
That's all right. I'm going to get you on a motorbike.
Being out in the world.
I'm going to get you on a motorbike.
The earth is so hot. Yeah, okay.
I got a plan.
I want to ride a bike. I want to say that I've ridden a bike so that people can stop calling me a nerd.
I've actually got a date
be a badass
in mind, and on my motorbike that you can ride will be fixed, so you'll be able to ride it.
Right,
a dirt one.
Fuck.
Yeah, it'll be done.
Exciting.
Yeah. Hopefully you're free, but I will mark it down and send you an invite to that date as we finish. So everyone, Ashraf will ride a motorbike by the end of next year, without a doubt.
All right. Yeah, we'll see. Exciting stuff.
Let's finish there. This has been another mother flipping comic thought episode. Please go and follow those other radical podcasts we talked about. Like, subscribe, comment on something. Go on, don't be scared. I know a lot of you listen via Spotify, so you can't really comment on Spotify. But if you would comment on YouTube, just take a quick minute to go there and be like, "Hey guys, you did a sick job," or "Man, you guys need to level it up a little bit." Go for gold. Have at it. Give us a kick in the nuts.
Engage with us on social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah, we're on all of that. Admittedly, probably don't use some of it as we should, as much as we should, but we'll get there. We're working out. We've got some things in the works that we also have to wait for some technology and some time to be able to do things. Yeah,
we're like James Cameron's Avatar. We have to wait until technology catches up so we can use the things.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. We can't holo project into your rooms quite yet. But we know that will be just for sex applications only. Anyway, that's another episode of Comic Thoughts. Signing out.
Come to the podcast. Be a guest on our podcast.